Hello, good evening. Here you are. It's 7 p.m. Tessa-Marie show starts right now. So welcome to the Tessa-Marie show. How are you doing on this fabulous evening? How are you feeling? Are you feeling emotionally prosperous? Is your emotion intact? How are you experiencing it? What is going on with you with it? How are you feeling about it? What have you done to make sure your emotion is going the right way? So tonight we're working on the pillar of prosperity. Not so. We're not. We're working on the emotional pillar, the single pillar, the emotional pillar of prosperity tonight. That pillar, that's what we're working on. That's what we're doing. Long time no see. So when we are here and we pick up the pillars on Monday night, we do the emotional pillar. And then we have a night for every pillar. Thanks for the love. So there we go. And tonight, I'm looking at this wonderful pillar, emotional pillar. And somebody said to me, Tessa-Marie, you know, of course, you're going to run out of things to talk about these pillars. And I said, there's no way I can. And of course, she was saying to me, emotional, what more can you talk about with the emotional pillar of prosperity? And I said, you watch me. And I remember somebody had said that to somebody else, and they said, what are you going to do about this? And the answer was, you watch me. And I remember those words so well, and I said, yeah. And when they watched, they saw what was capable, and they had nothing to say. So now, we're taking that challenge. These pillars are unique. Some of them are very common. Some of them we know what to do. And then some of them, of course, can be more challenging. Just as in life, they're challenging for others. This is beautiful. So the pillar of emotional prosperity is a big pillar. And it's one of those you kind of have to look forward to find it, right? Because it's not like the pillar of physical prosperity, because then I can call friends that I have that did physical stuff. I can call Toronto and other one. I can say, what can I do for my physical this, my physical that? And if it's financial, they can call me and say, Tessa-Marie, it's about financial, right? Boom, boom, we have an answer. If it's spiritual, we get together and I can call people that have spiritual minds like me, like mine, and we can come up with an answer. But when we come to emotional prosperity, and even with mental, I can say to you, study a little bit, put more effort into it, get more focus, try to remember, take some vitamins. I can give you all of these little tips, right? And so can another friend. But when it comes to the pillar of emotional prosperity, people are scared. And that's why this woman said to me, and she said it gleefully, you'll soon run out of material about these pillars, won't you? And I go, no, I won't. You just watch me. So the pillar of emotional prosperity is one of the pillars that is really, really high and low. It's never come together and stay even. It's very difficult, but there are things we can do to help it. One of the things I found out when your emotional prosperity is a little bit weak, just a little bit weak. One of the things that is very inexpensive to do, like when I do the self-care show, we always talk about it's not going to cost you any money. At this time of the year, it won't cost you any money. One of the things that nature has done for us is give us things to heal ourselves. We have water, we have sunshine, we have the rain, we have so many things we can do to heal ourselves. So when your emotions are down, I would like you to spend $5 and do this to bring your emotion back up. These roses are from my garden. I just cut them less than 10 minutes ago. Placed them in the vase, and I walked away and I came back, and they were so stunningly beautiful. Look at these colors. If emotionally you're not feeling well and you see this orange color, it's a unique rose. Do you know that that rose started red? When it was in first bloom, before it's in its fading time now, it was bright red. Absolutely. And then it comes when it's changing as life goes. We change. We are vibrant when we are young, emotionally healthy. And as we go through life, little things make us weaker. So this rose was like, it's from here. That's its color at birth. That's its color for the first 4 days on the stem. And then it turns as it's dying and it becomes this. You notice something about it? It's bolder. Orange is a bold color. And the petals are wide. It's almost like saying, I dare you tell me I am not there. I dare you tell me I am not the best in the world. I dare you not tell me I'm still not stunning. So when your emotion is down, they call it flower therapy. You go and you find some flowers. You can buy them they're very cheap at this time of the year. A bouquet would be $5 to $10. And you put them in a vase. If you don't have a special vase, then get a big jug in your house and put them in the middle of the room when you're looking for energy. When you are down, think of it. You came home today and sitting on your table was this, and you're feeling a little bit down. And you will smell it and it will invigorate you. Nature heals you. Going to the beach. A friend was at Wasaga Beach this weekend and they had fun. But just the effort of going out, going to the park, walking through, a nice park, walking on the beach, looking at the water, going somewhere else, smelling the freshness of the water, sitting on a stone, listening to the birds go by, sitting in a garden. There is a garden in Toronto. It's called Rosita McLean's Garden. It's on Kingston Road and it is roses from one end of the other. Her husband dedicated this garden to her. And when you walk through there, all you can see is different types of roses. And that's when your emotion is low. You do something about it. You dance. When last did you dance because you just felt, I need to let this go? When it is not going your way and your emotions is down, you have to change the tempo. Dance. Dance even if you cannot hear the music. Dance. Twirl. Spin around. Go for a run. Go to the lake. Drive to a park. Pick some flowers. Buy some flowers. When you have a fight with your wife or your significant other, what do? You buy them flowers. You bring them some flowers. And when they get the flowers, if things, they can't be mad. Or you give the flowers saying, I'm sorry. Or they give you the flowers saying, I'm sorry. Or you giving yourself the flowers to say, I am sorry how I'm treating my own self. That is so beautiful. Because these flowers have energy. They say, when you want to cleanse the energy in your home, you get white roses. I know. I have a book that it's called Flower Therapy. White roses in the home draws all negative energy away. Red roses give you a vibrant color. Red roses come in and just stimulate it. So the practice, if you're feeling low, if the energy in the house is low, if people come family, they're not getting together, cleanse the area with white flowers, white lilies, but they said white roses is the strongest. You put them in vases, even if it's one in each bedroom, in each room, just to calm the energy. White calms the energy. The emotional is weak, it's shaking. Everybody's at their tippy toes. You're walking on eggshells. You heard it. I don't know what to do, they say. I'm walking on eggshells around them. The least little provocation and they erupt. And that is what you have to do. So you put the white roses and that diffuses the energy. And to pick up when it's cleansed and all the negative energy is gone, you put some red, some vibrant oranges, some lilac. And the lilac flowers are like even the smell of lilac in the spring. And those flowers bring back the energy. No, everybody in the world has seen these movies where they spread red petals all the way to the bathroom. And they sprinkle them on the bathtub, and the woman goes into the water, and the scent of the red roses covers everything. This is what happens when your emotion is weak. Find something to do with your emotions, like build up the flower. Get some flowers from somewhere. Get involved. Because the thing about the flower, it makes the room brighter. Look at this. I just picked it helter-skelter, and I brought it in. And then I realized this one is the beginning of that one. This is the young, this is the older one. But look at the brazenness of this older one. Look at how the petals are perfect. 16 petals to make a rose. And the petals are perfect and still aging. It's changed its color. But the beauty of it, it's making you feel better. You look at it, you cannot help but smile. So when things are not going your way, you need to find some flower therapy. Get some, they said you can actually hold the flowers in your hand and meditate with it. You find the flower of your choice and you make yourself, you want to be calm when you're just feeling everything is on your shoulder and I have had enough. I cannot take anymore. My emotions are afraid. All the edges are just so brittle. Anytime I'm going to crack. And they're saying to you, grab a flower in your hand, hold it, and feel the energy. Gaze into it until it relaxes you. Think about it. When you look at it, that flower does not toy. It doesn't work, does it? It never has an issue with the rain. The rain bends it, it bends with the rain. As I said, nature gives us the lesson. The sunshine, it perks it up and it swallows and enjoys the warmth and the sunshine. It knows the snow is coming, it goes to sleep. Because it knows it cannot bloom and it won't be alive if it does not go to sleep. It still does nothing. But so we can learn when we do not know what to do and it's too hard for us to handle. We need to know to chill and just sit back and let the emotion relax. But we sometimes forget that. So if you're feeling really, really low, get some vibrant colors. If you find the energy in your home is low, cleanse it with some white roses. Put some white lilies somewhere. Use the flower energy to bring back energy. Use that energy of these beautiful flowers to calm you, to raise your energy up, to make you feel better, to see beauty in something that is just there. And they respect flowers so much that they tell you in here, when your flowers have faded, do not put them in the garbage. Take them to a park or a ravine and drop them in the ravine and tell the earth, I'm returning this to you. What else returns to the earth? What else gets returned to the earth? We do. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. We go back to the earth. They don't throw us in the trash. So these beautiful flowers, you need to put them into the ground. Sometimes I just dig a spot in the garden and I just put them there so that they can fertilize the others. So this is what we need to understand. When our emotions are down, use flowers. Buy a bouquet of flowers on your way home on a Friday night. I always do that in the winter. There's always fresh flowers around me. I put them in the house. I put them on the dining room table. And keep them fresh. The thing about flowers, to keep you fresh, you must keep them fresh. So you change the waters every day. It's not like easy to just stick them in a vase and leave them there and they fade and the water is going cloudy. How would you feel if you were standing in cloudy water all day? Would you feel good about yourself? So treat these life-giving flowers some love. Make them feel comfortable. Bring them into your life to energize your life. Bring them into your life to make you feel like you belong. Put them in the room and make the room look gay and happy. and joyful. When you look at this, you cannot help but say, wow. I remember once I had friends over for dinner and I had some really nice long roses and I had them on the table. And somebody, one of I think it was the husband, said to me, "Are these from your garden?" And I said, yes. He said, "Whoa, these are stunning. These are much better than you get in the store." But it's not only that. When you give love to flowers, it gives love back to you. And you need that. So many times people are telling me, "Tessa-Marie, how come you have so much energy? You're always smiling, you're always doing this, you're always doing this." And I said, it's because I keep the things around me that energize me. I always have flowers. You can tell from the garden. I don't just leave them in the garden. I cut them and bring them in. One of my daughters used to look for the first bloom, the first rose that bloomed, and she used to cut it and keep it, and she had dozens of them. Just let them skip it until it goes dry, and she's kept it. So that's why I said on the reel, it's something that I do that keeps my emotional level nice. I take care of that by giving it the flowers, and that is what you can do. You don't have to always spend a lot of money on it. If all you can afford is one lily, then get a lily. And when you get it home, just stick it there. Rinse the water out daily. Put fresh water, a little bit of sugar, just so it lasts longer. Because the longer they last, the more energy they give out to you and your family. Roses and flowers on a whole energize you. It has a therapy. Put it in your bath. Just the idea of sliding in the bath, you feel luxurious. It will stir that emotion back and bring your emotion back to where it's supposed to be. Put some flower petals in your bath, so especially rose petals. Get some rose oil. Get some lavender oil. Put a rosebud in your bedroom in a tiny vase. One of the shows, remember, of the self-care show, I use a champagne flute to stick some roses in when we did that show that Sunday. So do that. If all you can go to the store is get one rose and the person says it's $2, buy that $2 rose. You deserve it. Your emotion needs it. Your emotion needs to keep it going, and that rose is what you have to do to keep your emotions safe. So when you see me and you said, "Oh, that smile," I take care of this by taking care of my emotions day in and day out. And one of the things, if I notice my emotion is a little bit wonky, I question what it is. I need something. I'll maybe have a luxurious bath and I'll go in the garden, I'll take pink and red petals and I'll drop them in the bath. I'll put the flowers right there. I put it at my desk. I put it at my bedside. I put it at an altar. If you're not feeling emotionally good, buy a bouquet and take it to your friend. Give your friend some flowers just because you thought of the person today. It's been COVID. Now we have an opportunity because we've been locked down for so long. We get a chance to meet with others. What is bad? A $10 bouquet, a $5 bouquet, and take it to the friend. And you will see the look on their face. They say, "Oh, thank you for thinking about me." And you will feel good for giving. And it will bring, those two emotions will start climbing back to where they're supposed to be. If you know your friend is not feeling good because of COVID or something else, take the emotions up. And when you are taking this emotion up, you're taking yours up to, do you know the poet said this? The poet said, "Some of the fragrance stays on the hands that give the rose." Did you hear that? We can take that literally, or we can take it as the act of giving. Just the act of giving will raise your emotion and the emotion of the receiver. That is what the poet said. Some of the fragrance stays on the hands that give the rose. That means you too are getting some of the flavor, the fragrance from that rose. You too are getting some of the emotional healing from that rose or that flower. If you give have you smelled a bouquet of lavender in the spring? It is so amazing. And the lilacs and all of these. And there's one called Lily of the Valley. It's the flower of May. And it's tiny little bell. And the fragrance is so beautiful. Cut some hyacinths and put them in your home and bring it. Or maybe just go sit in a park and stare at the flowers. Or hold some in your hand. Grab it. And if you touch these petals, there is nothing as soft and as beautiful as that. All these actions towards the things of nature will heal you. It will heal you emotionally and heal those around you, because once you are healed, you can send that healing. It will come out of you. It's like the energy doesn't sit there. The energy that comes from these flowers to you is going to go from you to someone else, and those around you will be feeling the healing. It will be just going and going. So remember that whenever you are not feeling it, make sure you take a little bit of time and you work on finding out, what can I do today to bring that energy up? And that is how you heal yourself emotionally. And these are the things that I do to stay emotionally prosperous and emotionally balanced. And that's why I've always told you, what I share, I practice. And what I practice, I share. So if I come up with an idea, I would have done it already, or I'm going to do it along with you. But this is an old standby for me. Making a bouquet and bringing it into the house and feeling the energy, keeping it in my bedroom, keeping it all everywhere. When I cut this one, I also brought myself a little wasp and it came in with me, so I had to shoo it outside. So these are the type of things that can happen, but spend some time to make sure you use the flowers around you. If you're passing, there's a hedge that when you pass by, you can smell the fragrance of it. Smell, stop, and say, wow, I really love this smell. It loves to hear that. So remember, the poet said this, some of the fragrance stays on the hands that gives the rose. When you emotionally go out of your way to give me some flowers to heal me, because you know I'm emotionally low, you also heal yourself. So remember, if you're not feeling your best, take a chance, trust my advice, and buy yourself a lovely bouquet of flowers and use it. You will see how magnificent you will feel. Put it around you, take care of it, change the water daily. When it's faded, take it to the park or the forest where they're collecting and put it, just let it rest. Respect nature for nature to respect you. Once this lady passed, I think it's Susie, she's from Movement Maker, she sent me a note and she said, you give love to your flowers and your flowers give love back to you. So when your emotions are not feeling well, I am asking you to please spend a little time in nature. Bring nature into your house. Give nature to somebody else. Give somebody a handful of flowers. You remember, the poet said, a little bit of the fragrance stays on the hands that gives the rose. So sending you light and joy on this wonderful Monday evening. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found the flowers beautiful. This is an age rose and this is a brand new baby rose. So this one is going to end up like that, but that's what happens when we age, we change. So sending you light and joy on a wonderful evening. Thank you.